Hello again, my name's John, a retired chef from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to my latest sourdough video. And in this one I'll show you how to make this very easy and low hydration sourdough loaf. It's like making an ordinary crusty loaf of bread but with that fantastic sourdough taste. It's quick, it's simple and it's delicious, and great practice for any sourdough beginners. You can see the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website. And the link to that page and lots more is in the description box under the video. Just find and click on the word more, and that'll give you access to all the relative links for this video, including our website store products. Right, let's get straight into this wonderful crusty sourdough loaf. Okay, I'll begin by getting the starter going. And I'm assuming you already have a mother sourdough established in your fridge. If you don't, I'll go into that a little later. So get your mother sourdough from the fridge. Pour the 55 millilitres of water from the starter ingredients list into a small bowl. Now add a dessert spoon of the mother starter to the water and give it a good mix. Now add the 100 grams of flour from the starter ingredients list. Right, just bring all that together into a small ball of dough. Flatten it down and cover it with cling film. Now leave it at room temperature for about 8 hours to get established. I normally do this the night before. Okay, before you get your mother starter back into the fridge, give it a quick feed with equal weights of water and flour. 50 grams of each in my case. Give that a good mix and get it back into the fridge. Right, if you don't have a mother sourdough, you can make your own by following the simple instructions on my video. Or you can do it the easy way by using my sourdough starter pack. I also do a couple of bread making bundles with everything you need to get started in your bread making journey. Whether you're using sourdough or commercial yeast, we've got you covered. And all the relative links are in the description box below. And remember this, once you have your mother sourdough starter established, you'll never have to buy yeast again. Okay, it's the next morning and it's time to make up the dough. And because of my wonky hand, I'll be using my stand mixer. But if you don't have a machine, this recipe can be easily kneaded by hand. First to go in is the water from the main ingredients list. Next to go in is the now risen sourdough that we made yesterday. And this is what now becomes the yeast in this bread recipe, but with the addition of that amazing sourdough flavour. We can now add the bread flour to the bowl. And finally we can add the salt. Right, I'll get the bowl onto the mixer and attach the dough hook. Okay, I'll set the machine away on speed 2. Once it all comes together, knead the dough for 12 minutes. And if you're hand kneading the dough, that's 12 minutes too. And while that's kneading away, I'll grease a bowl with a little cooking oil. And I'm using olive oil simply because it was the closest. Okay, time's up on that knead. Whether you've machine or hand kneaded, you should now have a beautiful smooth ball of dough. Turn the dough out onto your bench and give it a quick knead, then form it into a ball. Stretch the outer skin of the dough ball by dragging it on the bench like so. Once you're happy with it, get it into the oiled bowl. Now cover the bowl. I like to use the shower cap for these. Lots of these on the website if you're interested. Now let that proof or rise for 2 hours or until it doubles in size. For the second proof, I'll be using my oval banneton basket with the cloth lining in. And to make sure there's no sticking, I'll give it a good dusting with flour. And that's the basket prepared, so I'll set that aside for now. Right, time's up on that first proof and it's risen nicely. Turn it out onto the bench and give it a quick fold and knead. And now form it into a sausage shape. That'll fit your oval banneton basket perfectly. Right, flip it over and nip the seam together. Now flip it back over and gently lift it into your prepared banneton. Seam side up. Now grab a small piece of cling film and give it a thin coat of cooking oil. Place it on the dough and loosely tuck in the edges. Okay, that's everything ready for your second proof. Now set your timer for 1 hour. When there's only 30 minutes left on that final rise, preheat your oven to 230 degrees Celsius, that's 445 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 8. And at the same time, get whatever you're baking your bread into the oven to heat up. And I'm using this large Dutch oven for mine. But you can even bake this bread on an open baking tray or pizza stone if you like. And if you do bake on an open tray, don't forget to put a pan of water at the bottom of the oven. Right, that's the final rise complete and it's looking great. Grab your oven gloves and get your Dutch oven or baking tray onto the cooker top. Now carefully line up the banneton and tip the loaf out. And watch your fingers, that is seriously hot. Get your lame or baker's blade and score the dough right down the middle. And you'll be pleased to hear this low hydration sourdough scores very easily. Right, don't forget to get your oven gloves back on and get the Dutchie or tray into the oven. Once it's in, set your timer for 25 minutes. And if yours is on an open tray or stone, bake yours for 30 minutes. And if you've been enjoying the recipes here on the channel, why not treat yourself to my 5 recipe books? And we have a very special deal on at the moment. Buy our 5-pack of books on our website only, and the bread book 4 is included absolutely free, saving you a massive £11. Each one is packed with many of the dishes you've seen on YouTube, and they include helpful tips and handy QR codes that take you straight to the full video, so get your order in while the deal lasts. When the time's up, and if yours is in a Dutch oven, you'll need to remove the lid and bake for a further 4 or 5 minutes. Because the crust has been protected from the raw heat by the lid, it now needs to crisp up a bit and develop some colour, and that's what I'm doing now. Okay, time's up on that last bake. And it's looking absolutely fantastic. Not to mention the amazing aroma in my house at the moment. Obviously it's way too hot at the moment, so I let it sit on a wire rack for 30 minutes or so, and when I come back I'll show you exactly what it's like on the inside. Right, it's been a very long 30 minutes, but it's finally time to try a slice of this amazing bread. And as you can hear, it's really crusty on the outside, and it's soft and light and airy on the inside. I'll grab a quick snapshot for the thumbnail. As you can see, it has a nice close crumb like you get with ordinary bread, but what you can't appreciate from the video is that gorgeous sourdough aroma. So don't expect a wide open crumb like you get with a high hydration sourdough. This is basic sandwich bread only with the fantastic sourdough taste. Right, time to try a piece with some of my homemade butter. And honestly guys, this is one of the very best loaves of bread you'll ever make. Absolutely delicious and definitely deserves a massive thumbs up. And before you go, I'd like to say I'll be doing the name splash and shout out in my very next video, because we're in the middle of transferring everything over to our new website. So don't worry, you will get your shout out in the very next video guys. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So until the next time, be safe in your kitchen and bye for now.